Hey everyone, Brian Holmes here, and I want to share with you one more thought on this idea of personal responsibility. You know, we've been talking much about taking responsibility for the things that we can change. But I want to talk to you today on a little twist. I want to share with you the idea that you can't change someone else for them. They have to make that choice. There's a problem with owning somebody else's problem. In other words, if it's outside of you and if it's someone else's issue, someone else's decision or choice they have to make, you can't force upon them your will, your heart, or your hope for them. They have to take responsibility for that. I want to say to you that a few years ago I was challenged by something relationally with someone very close to me. I received an email, and it's amazing to me that people that want to address something with you don't have the heart or the courage sometimes to come to you and just sit down over a cup of coffee and speak from their heart honestly, but they send emails or text, right? So I get this long email, and this email was very hurtful. It was very painful to read, and it was, quite frankly, broke my heart because this person was close to me, someone dear to me, and they had some very harsh and frankly unfair things to say. And I shared this with my mentor, one of my mentors, and he gave me some words of wisdom that frankly altered the way I look at life. He shared with me some stories about his life, some things he dealt with his family members, and then he told me this. He said, Brian, he said, do you own an automobile? I said, yes, I own an automobile. He says, if the car breaks down, do you get it repaired? I said, well, absolutely, I have to do that. He said, well, who pays for the repairs? I said, well, I do. He said, well, why do you pay for the repairs? I said, because I own the car. He said, oh, okay. He said, do you own a house? I said, I do. I said, I own a house in Texas, and he said, well, if the AC goes out in the middle of the summer, the air conditioning, and you're getting hot, do you get the air fixed? I said, you better believe I get the air fixed. He said, well, if you get that repaired, who pays for that bill? I said, well, I have to pay for the repair. He said, why? I said, because I own the house. It's my responsibility. He said, exactly. He said, here's the problem. He said, you are paying out for someone else's problem. He says, if someone else owns the problem, as long as you're willing to keep paying into it, it's going to draw from your emotions, draw from your energy, it's going to take from your life because you're paying for somebody else's problem. He says you have to learn what problems you own and what you can change and deal with those. But if it's somebody else's issue, if they've got a bad attitude, if they've got a judgment or a vow or some sort of bitterness or unforgiveness towards you, that's their problem. You can't fix that. They have to take responsibility for that. But if you choose to own someone else's problem, trust me when I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to continue to pay out of your emotions, pay out of your life. It's going to take away from your ability to pursue and to focus on what God's given you to do. So my encouragement to you today is don't own anybody else's issues but yours. Let them go, pray for them, but you deal with you and let them deal with them. My name is Brian Holmes. I hope this has helped you today. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you again very, very soon.